So I guess you're upset about Ron Jeremy, huh?
Hey, Kimmy. Oh, what's going on with Ron Jeremy?
You haven't heard about this?
No.
Oh, Ron Jeremy charged with sexually assaulting women.
I see. Nope, I didn't know that.
This was just yesterday, and looks like there's been updates. Charged with forcibly raping 3 women and sexually assaulting another. In separate incidents dating all the way back to 2014. There's a surprise, huh?
Yes. Part of me wants to say I'm not surprised, but I don't really know too much about him other than big penis porn guy, creepy mustache.
Well, I would say just creepy in general, but it's one of those things that you don't expect a porn star to be convicted of, huh? Right? Let alone probably the most famous male porn star ever, right?
I guess. Now that I think about it. Although I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of porn stars, particularly men, although I don't know, possibly women too, that could be my own bias just showing through, having issues with things like sex addiction and
true
a lack of boundaries, and that would set them up to be more likely to be sex offenders or to sexually assault people. It's like you spend a lifetime just like boning for a living, and then you get a little older and it's like, oh, I want to fuck. And then you like inappropriately go after someone. That I don't know.
Yeah, and of course the Facebook article I had some enlightened discussion on it as well. Let's just put it this way. Jeebus was very displeased.
Jeebus? Why was Jeebus displeased?
Because he's a deviant. Because of course he is.
Right.
And of course, I guess the other one was, we lost Bilbo, right?
Which one? There's been
the actor.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, which actor?
The
prominent ones.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Okay, so I guess
I'm making sure I'm getting Ian Holm. Sorry, Sir Ian Holm.
Let's see. What else did he do other than Bilbo? Probably a lot of stuff that.
He was older Bilbo in The Hobbit, Unexpected Journey, and Battle of the Five Armies. Boy, that's a sad thing to end out on, huh?
Yeah.
He was in Ratatouille. Let's see.
Lord of War. I've seen him. I've seen him in that, so know him from that.
The Fifth Element. He was Cornelius.
Oh yes, the priest.
He's one of those guys that just falls into a role.
Yeah, he was in Existenz. I don't remember him in Existenz.
I was like, wait, but he was in the Fifth Element, right? And I had to go look at it because 2 very different characters. He just falls into a role, and you don't see. It's not. Okay, I love Samuel L. Jackson, but it's always Samuel L. Jackson. All right?
Yeah.
It's just Samuel L. Jackson with a different hat. With him, it was he fell into the role, and he was that character instead of it's Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, I've not seen very many movies that he's been in.
Well,
a few, but
I mean he was a Shakespearean actor. So there you go, right?
Yeah.
He was also a BAFTA winner. I mean, it was more on television, but it was also a lot of British television, so we didn't get a lot of experience with them. That's fair enough, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's an Alien. Ash. Although he was obviously, with that being like, 40 or 50 years ago, he would have been very young.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But just take a look at his honors and awards on Wikipedia, right?
Yeah, he's got quite a few there. The ones that I recognize the most being the BAFTAs and the Screen Actors Guild.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a lot.
Oh, really? I thought people were joking that Trump was calling it the Kung Flu now. But no, he actually made that reference. Oh, sorry. I was looking at the news, and that's a mistake, right?
Yep. That was your first error.
Between that and him actually saying he wanted to slow testing. And then his aide saying, no, it was a joke. It was a joke. No, I never joke. Oh, yeah, because jokes are funny.
Did you see that the EU is banning travel from the United States?
Oh, yeah. Anita loved that. She thought it was hilarious. And then I said, well, at least we still have Britain.
Right. I mean, I don't blame him. They should. Everyone should block travel from us because most of the states have fucked up. Screwed the pooch.
Yeah, we're going to go back to lockdown, aren't we?
So probably.
Yeah, Anita has no idea what the school year has for this time. It's driving her nuts because she really can't plan out anything right now. Because, at this point, she would be figuring out what her year would be. But right now, she doesn't even know if she'll be going to the school or if it'll be distance learning again. And she teaches in a more rural county. So a lot of her students do not have access to the internet, to either limited access or no access to the internet. So distance learning is difficult at best for some of them. And those are usually her more disadvantaged students as well, which she has to work with.
We had a meeting with my kids' school today. They were talking about some stuff for the new year. And they also don't know what the plan is going to be. And they were telling us that. And it's like, well, I mean, if you guys get some of this stuff set up, we're good on internet connections and things. Like,
Yeah, let's put it this way. I'm heading over to the coronavirus thing for my state. We had 4 deaths over the weekend, which for my state is, all right.
Yeah.
Up to 92 deaths. There was 88 yesterday. And what this one analytic they've been laser focused on is percentage of positive test results. All right. Which is a stupid metric to follow because as you're testing more and more people, it's going to be harder for that number to go up. All right.
Yeah. Well, Tennessee. Yeah.
Well, Tennessee just passed a heartbeat ban, abortion ban. So we know Tennessee has some stupid policies.
Yes, they did. Or they do. They, let's see. And it's impossible to find anything on the actual site.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. My state has a lot better stuff for this.
Where?
Now, there's 2 counties that still have no reported cases, but I think that's just due to testing. There's no way that the state has this few numbers.
All right, here we go.
Okay, the state just surpassed 2,500 cases. All right, with another 98 probable.
Tennessee, 36,303 total cases. Current active cases, 14,000 something. Nearly 550 deaths. They've tested roughly 10% of the state's population. But it looks like a couple of counties are looking at, shutting down again. And I mean, it's the counties that have the cities in them. So Hamilton County for Chattanooga, Knox County for Knoxville. I can't remember where Nashville and Memphis are county-wise, but they are, the other big outliers. I mean, my county probably doesn't have too many people, although we haven't done a ton of testing.
I'm just really concerned about in like a week, maybe 2, when we start seeing possible numbers spike because of all the protests, because they've really been kicking off here in the last couple weeks, incubation and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been, the Black Lives Matter protesters have been far smarter than the anti-lockdown people. But, face masks are not 100%, and not everybody was wearing them. Not everybody was social distancing. So it's just...
Yeah. So, what's Bradley County at? I don't believe that's true. According to this, we have more cases than Bradley County, and their population is like 3 or 4 times larger than ours.
Yeah, the one metric that my governor has been focused on is daily percent of positives, and it's 0.81%. while there's been a massive spike, relatively speaking, I guess I should say, in number of cases. Because, they're testing. They have a lot of drive-up testing, right? With the requirements of a doctor's note or even having symptoms.
Yeah. I don't even know if you can. Surely you can somewhere. But, I mean, they're not putting out information. So I don't know where you can get tested in Tennessee right now other than without contacting your doctor or going to one of the the health, your county's health department or city or whatever local area health department. But yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah, what's kind of hilarious is every day he does his press conference and somebody dies, he says, "We can't let them become a statistic." Now, let me talk about the people that just died as a statistic and not talk about the actual person, right?
Yeah, have your cake and eat it too. Make a good soundbite, but don't actually do anything.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing that you can make a good soundbite while you're gagging on Trump's tiny little dick. But there you go, right?
Some people are just that talented, I guess.
Yeah, well, he's making Pence jealous,
I love these old articles. Predicted Tennessee will hit its peak in mid-April. Nope. Still that peak's going up.
Well, did they say what year?
Good point. Good point. Yeah, we were having that school meeting today, and the principal was like, yeah, they're saying like a second wave is coming. And I'm like, dude, second wave's here. There might be a third wave coming, but second wave's here.
I respectfully disagree. You have to finish the first wave to get the second wave.
Touche.
We never even got off the first wave, and we're seeing increase in numbers. But hey, that percentage of positives is still going down. So, woo, right?
Yeah, Tennessee had a pretty big reduction because as far as the southern states did, they did a pretty good job of rolling out testing initiatives. And
yeah, but then they screwed it up by rolling things back too quickly.
Yeah, they didn't have any follow through.
Yeah, see here, they basically went from downward trend of 14 days like we were supposed to 3's close to 14 for both numbers, right?
Yeah.
Basically, my state wanted to open up before all the other states and then was trying to tell the other states, yeah, now don't send your people to us. Definitely don't send people into the state, right?
Yeah, that sounds like
fucking idiots.
Some like weird conspiracy thing. I mean, I don't know if that's what they were going for or not, but it's like, now don't send your people here, other states. Don't do it.
Well, he was talking about in the press conference, we're opening up the state for our residents. We don't want to get the virus from our surrounding states because they have such higher numbers. It's just, you idiot. I just want to dope slap him, just pop him on the back of the head like, you idiot.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait for November to vote for literally anybody but him.
I don't know if this is like a new thing that someone made or if this is an old thing that someone is like pulling up like, aha, here's an example. But I just saw this on the comics subreddit. It says, no need to panic. So, no need to panic, they said. There's water coming in. An inch, now 2, now 3. And now a foot of standing water in this submarine. I said, no need to panic, sirs. And never need for caution. For water can't go higher if we measure it less often.
True.
So I don't know if someone just wrote that or if that's old, but
probably taking Trump's quote and taking the logical leap with it. The one I saw was, "Hey, women can't get pregnant if you don't get pregnancy tests, right?"
Right. Yep. That's how it works. Can't get pregnant if you don't take a test. No, sorry.
Uh-oh. I may have to send Anita something, but I'm going to send this to you first.
Okay.
I'll drop it in Discord and probably say bye-bye before too long.
Yeah, it's 1:15.
There you go. Enjoy.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, I'm heading over to Facebook to send that to her right now before I forget about it. Because I think she'll enjoy it. Because she talks about burning them. This is much better, especially since they tend to be the homophobes around here as well. So that's a 2-for-1.
That's a good deal right there.
Makes them feel uncomfortable and vandalize a sign.
Yay.
So bye-bye.
Indeed. Bye-bye.
Yeah, but let's be honest. You don't need a vandalize a sign to have one that reads "I pump penis," right?
Yeah, no, that can just apply to my everyday life all the time. But, it would be enjoyable to vandalize a Trump sign.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I just imagine myself like with the, I forget what they call them, but like little hooks where they would like yank somebody off stage.
Shepherd hook?
Sure. But like doing the opposite, like, come on down, Craig, and like grabbing him with the hook and pulling him on to the Discord chat.
Vaudeville hook, actually.
Vaudeville hook.
Actually, well, this is going to be a dangerous thing for you, but of course there's a TV trip page for it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'll go down that rabbit hole later. But yeah, I just pictured me like grabbing the Craig logo, like, come on down, Craig. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were only used for the opposite thing, but pull him out instead of off. I just did finger guns. I don't know why, but I did. So there you go. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe. I actually was about to say, and knowing is half the battle.
I heard you start to speak as I started, and I think just a little bit of lag, like let me go 1st. But
I'll let you have that one.
We spent a lot of time together.
Yeah, it's been a long day for me. Went to the doctor, got just appalled at just how many people can't wear a fucking mask, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I told you there was one guy in a camo Trump hat that was bitching and moaning about something. No idea what, but no mask whatsoever. Don't know how he got into the building because my doctor's office is in a hospital, and we had to go through a check to, one, get our temperatures checked, but also they said masks are required to get in. I'm assuming that he put it on to get through the checkpoint and then took it off, which is fucking stupid.
Either that or he somehow figured out how to sneak in.
Yeah. Oh, no, this was a big guy. There's no sneaking.
Did you see, I saw this on Reddit. I don't know if I could find it again. I'd have to remember what subreddit, but it was some lady who's like having like a temper tantrum in a grocery store and like throwing shit everywhere, like screaming about how she's not going to wear a mask.
I hadn't seen that one. I've seen the guy and the woman that were brandishing guns at protesters.
Yeah, I've seen that one. The first place I encountered that was as a meme, like on a Grand Theft Auto. It was like Grand Theft Auto 6, something or other, and it's like them on the cover.
You know where I encountered it first?
Where?
It was emailed to me as a Trump tweet. I'm not joking. He tweeted out a video about it.
I'm sure
because I'm not following him, Twitter sends me posts from people that they think I should be following, but because I look at their stuff, but I'm not following. And he's like, always top of the one because I'm not going to add a +1 to that a narcissistic asshole.
Let's see. Have you signed out of Steam yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you this on Discord. I found it. I remembered what sub it was in, and then I just had to scroll down until I found it. Caffeine Rage. So I don't care if you watch that now or if you watch it later, but
I'm gonna go ahead and watch it now. It's only 30 seconds, and the cops should be called.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, damn right.
I just can't understand like what goes through their heads. It's like if they're throwing this tantrum, is it like, oh, I'm so cool, fuck the man, like I'm gonna throw my groceries on the ground because I disagree with your policy. And it's face masks right now, but these types of people have always existed and show up on the internet, or if you're lucky or unlucky enough to be in the vicinity when that happens. So I just can't fathom like what goes through these people's heads. I mean, like, I can kind of step back from it and
Well,
professionally be like, oh, yes, they severe lack of empathy. And but it's like my own personal, I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
the problem is that there's not much going through their heads.
That's true. It's very true. And there's just too many people like that for it to just be simple. Because there are plenty of mental illnesses that can cause people to have the, episodes or of things where they sort of lose control of themselves. And, because this will show up on Franken Content somewhere at some point. If anyone wants to ask me questions about that, including you, Rage, I mean, go ahead. But I mean, there are some legitimate mental illnesses and probably some physical ones as well. Like if somebody's got like brain damage or maybe take certain types of medications that get out of whack or something. But there's just too many people right now doing this kind of shit for it to be that. I can't believe that everybody who does this is bipolar or their medication is mismanaged or they have brain tumors or something. Like there's just too fucking many.
Well, what's going to be amazing is in a few years where so many people are going to be, well, I never supported Trump.
Yeah.
If things hopefully change,
I just did like a little salute for some reason. I don't know why. Visual gags on an audio only medium.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is just bandwagoning. A lot of these people don't have anything going on in their sad little miserable lives. And they see someone that they think, and I'm using the term think pretty generously here, is going to look out for them. Never mind the mountains of evidence that this isn't the case. But I'm going to talk mostly about local stuff here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
West Virginia has gotten the shit kicked out of it on an economic level for the last couple centuries. All right. And part of the reason of that is that the main industry that's been here for pretty much since we stole it from the Native Americans is that mineral extraction, be it coal, be it salt, because West Virginia was because of millions and billions of years. There are salt sediments because this used to be a swamp. There's actually a fair amount of mineral deposits. All right, but for one, the workers were treated shittily until they actually fought a war to unionize, and now they're against unions for some reason. Don't ask me why on that one, because I'm just going to chalk up the poor education. They educated people just well enough to be able to work themselves to death in the mines, and it's coming to bite the workers in the ass more and more and more because they're too fucking stupid and assholes as a general whole. Which I know. I'm painting a very broad brush here, but my state also voted Trump by almost a 2/3 majority. Right? I mean, it wasn't even close. So they see Trump wearing a coal mining helmet and talking about how he's going to bring back coal. He's going to make coal great again. And they're thinking he's going to watch out for them. Never mind the fact that he's doing all this shit. He's making the Democrats cry. And Hillary Clinton talked about changing West Virginia's economy from a mineral-based / tourist-based economy to renewable energy, bringing tech into the area. Fuck tech. That's going to bring in the smart people. We can't have that. So, all right.
Yeah, in one of the biggest, like Tennessee is in some respects a similar place.
But the thing is, you also have major population centers that
we do
are somewhat self-sustaining.
One of the biggest
economic-wise, I mean, obviously a place isn't self-sustaining city-wise, but as an economy, it self-sustains. West Virginia doesn't really have that. The biggest city is barely considered a city on a national scale.
Yeah, Chattanooga has, in the last 10, 15 years, like it's come to be known, and there's a couple of different monikers for it, but like the new Silicon Valley or, the baby Silicon Valley, Gig City. Like Chattanooga has got a huge booming tech and startup infrastructure that's popped up in the last decade or so that has really revitalized our area until, of course, the, Republican governors and state Congress came in and slapped restrictions on it. And it's like you go inside Chattanooga and it's like this really awesome city. It's got tons of cool
monorails, mag lifts.
You go like 3 feet
cars
outside of the town and it's like farmland and, tumbleweeds, which, yeah, we actually do have some tumbleweeds in Tennessee. It's very strange to see. They're pretty rare, but you do see them every once in a while. But yeah, it's crazy. It's like you can almost see like the line and like when you look on maps, like business infrastructure and stuff, how it just all kind of dies off.
Well, what's amazing is
the line is.
Well, Anita and I will go to Walmart, which is a fair drive. We're in like a no man's land of Walmarts. We have two that are about evenly spaced between us. Mm-hmm. And one stays in county, but the other one goes to a different county, a much poorer county than the one we live in. And you could see the county line and just the road quality. I mean, literally, it's this really rough very cracked road, and then immediately when you get into Kanawha County, smooth road.
Right.
I mean, I'm going to have to have Anita stop so I can take a picture of it because you could literally on the road see the county line. It's amazing, actually. But yeah, it's just that could have been here. There was a push at one point for tech infrastructure in the Kanawha Valley. And people just said, why do we need this? And balked at it. And the opportunity slipped by. Saying, tourism is enough. We'll always have tourists. Never mind the fact that, we squander the resources, we pollute the state. A couple years ago, there was a chemical spill that, kind of made the drinking water undrinkable for a good majority of or a good portion, I should say, not a majority, of the population of the state. Because the water system from Charleston feeds out a fairly far ways. So, yeah, it's mind-boggling. I mean, hell, the governor just fired one of his advisors. Or I shouldn't say fired. He asked her to resign because he was getting numbers that he didn't like.
I'm making like a face, like a disapproving face.
Yeah, let's see. This was a couple of days ago. Governor Jim Justice and Bill Crouch, Secretary of West Virginia Department of Health and Human Resources, today received and accepted the resignation of the state health officer and commissioner of the Bureau of Public Health, Kathy Smith. And he's been defending himself, saying that basically there was a miscount and he's wanting to take 300 people off the register of active cases, saying that they're recovered. Basically pulling a Trump, trying to say, oh, no, these cases don't exist. And trying to blow a slight clerical error out of proportion. Never mind the fact that at one point we had a fucking zombie. Literally. They counted someone as dead and then said he recovered.
Back from the dead.
I was only mostly dead. I'm feeling much better.
I'm not dead. Yeah. I mean, there has been not a word from my governor or any of our state officials. But I mean, our case count is rising like crazy in Chattanooga. I mean, a lot of places, but I'm most familiar with the area because I live here. Chattanooga is on the verge of shutting down again. Like they rescinded our like return to work plan and everything. And I mean, I posted just a tweet that said that, we were back to indefinite work from home. Because the case count is higher and climbing faster than it was, quote, at its peak. But there's not a word from the governor, no more updates, barely any local coverage. I'm just like, well, I'm going to keep staying at home.
Yeah, I really think that we're severely under testing because there is no way that all the states around us have such high case counts. And suddenly, you cross the border and, there's not that many. Because, let's see. Okay. So cases per 100,000 for the states around us is 729, 1,112, 707. That's Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia. Kentucky has 344. Ohio has 437. West Virginia, 160.
Yeah.
Per 100,000. Total cases 2870 in West Virginia, and the lowest one around us is Kentucky with 15,347. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, the only state
is not like the other.
I mean, you have to go to places like fucking Montana to get numbers like West Virginia has. Montana has 919 cases, and I don't know what their testing is like there. Or 87 per 100,000 people. West Virginia, I talked about there's not a major population center. But here's the thing is that there's still, people here. I mean, it's not like fucking Montana. Yeah, we do have residents.
There's a few people there. Yeah, it's just a fucking mess. I posted a tweet today that just said America sucks, Trump sucks, because I was reading some news I felt. And I was like, I'm just going to tweet about this.
I mean, anybody that votes Trump at this point, I'm going to have to say is a goddamn fool.
Or they're evil.
I'd rather think that they're just being fooled or foolish than being evil.
I don't know. Evil might be too strong of a word, but I just can't. I don't know. I
think one of my classmates may have the COVID. Goody, right?
Yeah. I had a client, or had. That implies that I don't have them anymore. As far as I know, I still have them. I have a client who got it. And they're like, they're like coughing like crazy, and we're doing therapy. And I'm like, are you okay? And they're like, oh yeah, I tested positive for COVID. I'm like, I mean, I appreciate you wanting to still talk to me, but you can go at any time if you're, tired and out of it. And they were like, okay. But
yeah, what's kind of sad is Adita's sister. Oh, she's getting pretty brainwashed with a lot of this. Yeah, Adita and I talked about it over the course of the last couple of days, and I mean, it is brainwashing.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, and the thing is, she tried to talk to her about challenge some of her views, because they've always had a really good relationship, and she and her sister just got really defensive. Why are you contradicting me? It's right.
Yeah. So here's what let's do. Let's get away from this and record our show.
Yeah, no, I think
it's 10:45.
Yeah, we got enough Franken content now, right?
Yeah.
Well, we kind of rushed through that one, huh?
Yes.
A late recording, but a short episode. It was quite the feat.
It'd be probably an hour and a half after editing. So,
so let's see what stupid shit's over on my Facebook before I stop recording. Oh, Florida man's back. I guess he didn't learn his lesson from being fucking racist.
Florida man.
Former classmates or classmate. He actually is posting his slit wrist on here.
All right.
Well, I'm guessing he's not going to be on here for long, huh?
Not long for this earth. When was the post made?
An hour.
Okay. Yep. Either somebody got that person to the hospital, or they're dead. Is it somebody that they're on your Facebook?
This is someone I knew that moved to Florida, but he's also he posts a bunch of Joker memes. All right, that should tell you the type of person he is. I think I think this is this isn't him. This is him posting somebody else that slit their wrist, which tells you just the type of person he is, huh?
Go check on my Facebook. Which state gets the most, or which state gets / deserves the most shit? Ohio or Florida? And go. That's what this person said. Well, there's my dad posting something. Apparently someone he knows died. I don't know who this person is at all.
I mean, let's put it this way. He was in Facebook jail for 30 days, and he immediately starts posting about racist shit, right?
What? Who's in Facebook jail?
This Florida man.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, the only reason why I keep him around is to report his shit, because I'm that person.
Right. Oh, someone posted some cat pictures.
With he's claiming the pandemic is going to be over on November 4th.
Oh, God. So here's one. Somebody posting Nazi memes about Americans, but it's the Democrats who are the people doing the bad. It says, when I studied the Holocaust in school, I remember thinking to myself, how did Hitler get over 6 million people to follow along and not fight back? Then I realized I'm watching my fellow Americans take the same path. But it's about them liberals, them cuck liberals.
Right.
Yeah. But this is cute. Someone took a picture of a kitty, and they got like one of the little babushka scarves on it, and they have called their kitty Babush Cat. It's very cute. Can I copy this image? I think I can. Yes. I will share this with you.
Alrighty.
And paste. It's Babush Cat.
Oh,
hey. She's cool. The person who posted that. I didn't even know I was still friends with this person.
Well, to balance it out, the local animal shelter adopted out 40 they had 40 cats that they were adopting out for $25 each today because their cattery was full.
Mm-hmm.
And they adopted out 33 adoptions, and 26 went to foster care in one day.
Nice.
I wonder if my assistant manager needs an assistant manager.
Oh, hey, I didn't know she got married. My Facebook feed is not 100% shit. It's only like 50% shit.
Well, my Facebook feed got a lot better because I dropped one person that was just being incredibly racist and stupid about it, and that was a great improvement on things. But there's another one that I just unfollowed that I didn't drop that I probably should. That Anita and I nicknamed Crazy Eyes because she would go on and on about how I don't mention this much, but I had a cesarean section. Never mind the fact that she had talked about that like 20 times in the last 3 days.
Right.
And it's just I know what it is. She got hurt very badly several times and is desperate for someone to care about her. And she kind of damaged a lot of her family relationships. So she's desperately clinging to this crutch goblin that she had with this loser. But she's being...
I love hearing crotch goblin out loud. I've read it 1,000,000 times online. I'm sorry. Carry on.
And she gets a little crazy about it. So I just ended up unfollowing her, and like I said, she was a bit crazy. And she's one of these that talks about killing people if they ever even look at her child the wrong way.
Right.
To the future partner of my child, if you hurt them, I will kill you, essentially. Right?
Yeah. That really crazy over entitledness.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just true. Or I went to her page just to give you an idea. But let's put it this way: raise your hands if you would kill someone of your kids. All right. A lot of random mother memes. A lot of guns. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just crazy. Let's just put it this way. She has two, three, four, 5 different things about her kid in the last 2 hours, and it's midnight, right?
It's almost 1. So yes. What the heck is this? I don't know I have to look this book up. Based on who's posting a picture about this, I feel like it's probably really bad satire, or not satire, but comedy aimed at dumb liberal cuck snowflakes. But I don't know. Okay, what is this book? I still don't know if this is a serious book or this does not. I still don't know if this is satire or not.
Poe's Law is in play.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, here's a little mini gaming topic we could talk about. After yesterday's update, Modern Warfare in Warzone is 209 gigabytes on PC.
Holy fucking shit, that's huge.
And they're trying to figure out why. Or the people in the Reddit thread. It sounds like Warzone is 114 gigs. That's their battle royale, right?
Yes.
And that's the compressed size, because using Windows compression doesn't really save that much. Or that's how they compressed it, I guess I should say.
Okay. All right. So, update. This is like a joke. So I've never heard of this before. The book is called Reasons to Vote for Democrats, a comprehensive guide.
It's blank.
Yeah, the book is mostly blank.
Yeah, I've seen that joke before.
Congratulations to this Michael J. Knowles person who got $10 a book for however many thousands or tens of thousands.
At some point I think we are going to have a bonus sub episode, not doing on the main show, just talk about politics again, going into the election. Hey, Trump canceled his Alabama rally over coronavirus fears.
Well, I mean, did you see that, was it Goldman and Sachs or one of the other big financial institutions that said that mandatory masks would save the GDP or save the economy a certain percentage of billions of dollars? So, I'm not surprised.
Plus the fact that all the GOP would have to go buy one, right?
That is very true.
I think it was the Daily Show or the Daily Social Distancing Show that did it. That they were talking about how it was so stupid that Trump politicized masks. He could have made bank on him. He just had to put a MAGA mask on, right?
Yeah, totally could have.
I would have thought, little of the people, but they would have still, been. But that comes around to the whole, a lot of the mask wearing people are write it off as saying, well, it doesn't protect you from the virus. No, it protects people from you, dipshit. And that's the whole thing. You have to think of other people in wanting to wear a mask, and that's where it kind of all falls apart in the American system, because the American system is built up around looking out for number one, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Which it's kind of frustrating, huh?
Yeah. All right, I need to stop scrolling through my Facebook. I'm starting to get to the point where it's actually making me angry reading some of the things that people are posting.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
Oh, well, I mean, so back up to the book, the blank book. Some people are just being absolute shitheels and spouting lies about how great Trump is and how bad Democrats are. And then underneath that, I've gotten to the all shit portion. Mm-hmm. One of my family members, what is he to me? My second cousin? One of the cousins with this big thing, 20 something. It's let me break it down to you. It's 20 something things on it. And they just get progressively worse as they go about with being racist and sexist. And it's but Jesus, the last one is I kneel only for Jesus and to return fire.
Oh, okay. Really?
And it that one is not as bad as some of the other ones, but it's that's the ending to it.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, something is on here about Epstein as well. Whatever.
Oh, that meme?
Yeah. But, just stuff like that.
Yeah, the usual.
Although honestly, the one that like kind of set me off was someone. He was a friend. I considered him a friend in college. Like he and I lived in the same dorm on the same hall. But he's like, I mean, he was always a Christian, but he's gone like hardcore, ultra conservative, like abusive level Christian, and he posts stuff all the time about Dave Ramsey. I don't know if you know who Dave Ramsey is or not.
Not offhand.
He's like a Christian financial planner guy who basically has a really shitty financial plan that for most people just doesn't work because it doesn't actually help to effectively pay down a person's debt and build good credit. It's like, nah, fuck that credit stuff. Throw all your credit away. Cash for everything. Let's ignore the century that we live in. Money is emotional. You don't have to worry about anything. Like as long as you give what you're supposed to Jesus and invest some of it. And
oh well, no, it's a fact whenever he invokes Jeebus, right?
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, it's all a scam because it's like none of his courses are free or helpful. There's no introduction. It's like, yeah, buy my book. Come to my, pay me money to come to my seminar. And so he suckers all these people in all the time who have like no money. And, the whole like, it's like the wealth and prosperity gospel, but about saving money. So anyways, like this guy like posts stuff about this all the time on Facebook and then asks people for money on Messenger and on like DMs on Twitter and stuff. Like I've blocked him on 2 or 3 platforms because he's asked me for money. And like the first couple of times I was like, no, I'm not going to give you money. I haven't talked to you in years. Like, and then you show up out of nowhere asking me for money. No. And then it just like got to the point where like I would block him whenever he would send me messages. The most recent thing is he was like trying to develop a board game and he has no experience with this. Like he
has no idea what the fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like the classic example of like the stereotypical like flunky kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like he's always chasing a get rich scheme. He's married now, God help his wife. And it was funny in college, but it's like he's nearly 30 now, still doing this shit. Like, come on, man. But anyways, like, yeah, that kind of, as I was scrolling, that set me off in my brain space.
Mm-hmm.